I don't think this new culture of hopping from relationship to relationship is healthy. Everybody needs time to heal, and I don't think anyone heals. I think at the end of the day, if you're going to be in a relationship, you need to heal first, and then see if y'all can come together as one.
All right.
Yep.
Go well. All right. What you got, Cub?
I want to piggyback off what Toya said. I do think it's it's a personal journey, but that could also be a downfall too, because if a male or female is growing faster than their counterpart, it's like your strongest is your weakest link. And as somebody that's in that has a marital status, would say that I see myself pulling away from her, not because I'm falling out of love, because I'm focused on building. And sometimes you outgrow people, and to say somebody has to be better, it's kind of putting pressure on somebody that may not even be built for that, because we're all built different.
Right. Right.
And there's women that are stronger than men, there's men that are stronger than women, and I could have had too many estrogen or exposure to estrogen where now I'm more feminine, or my lady could have been exposed to something that got her toxic in her masculinity. So, but recognizing that energy is really the key. Me, like I said, I do music not for attention, so that I can recognize where my energy is at any point throughout the day. But on the flip side, knowing how other people respond is also key. But in terms of getting to a better relationship, it's as easy as waking up and saying I'm starting off a better day. Because it's like I don't hold grudges. I don't put a timeline on nobody's healing. Because I believe in just starting fresh every day.
The choice.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. What you got? What you got, girl?
Okay, give me 1 second. I mean, now my bad. You ask me the question again.
The question is, from a man's point of view, how can you let the women know you want to let them know how they can make the relationship better, and how the man can make the relationship better?
So right number one, answer to that, that go that get everything together, grow together, grow muscle, faith, everything. You gotta get it together because that's the reason the stuff grow though, and everything will get toxic without them though. I'm just saying the fact that I had a whole lot of relationships, meeting relationships, and what I think it is like the old school, they there for lifetime.
Right.
For us, new generation, it's on a moment now. It's all a moment. So, right, so we here, and all the social media and everything, you see this, everything just here for a moment now. So I just feel like how to be a better person for your spouse and the person that you with, they got to grow and die together.
Okay.
I ain't saying be a business, like preachers again. I'm just saying, like, growing as a whole lot of stuff will get out of it. They have to argue. I think God will literally, they will just look over it.
Okay.
All right, baby.
Mr. Pink Panther.
Thank
The big man of the night. What's going on, baby? Tell me what you got.
So,
Here we go.
yeah,
Break it.
here's the thing,
Good shit.
and this is just from a man's point of view. A lot of these new millennium women want this instant gratification shit. They want a nigga who's gonna give and give and give off the rip.
Yeah.
And some of you, and I'm just gonna call it what it is. I've been on both sides of the fence.
Right.
Some of you motherfuckers ain't worth goddamn two pennies super glue together. First of all, you don't know who you are as a woman.
Right.
And you constantly want to tell a nigga, I want this, I want that, I need this, I need that. But you gotta respect me when you walk around with half the shit on your motherfucking body. Come on now. What are you giving me to respect? Nothing. But you want me to give you my respect, but you giving me nothing in return. Come on, man, stop it. Y'all gotta stop giving men these fucking standards that you ain't even got yourself.
Unrealistic standards.
You motherfuckers want a nigga to have goddamn 900 credit score, and yours is 10. Come on, stop it, man. Stop it. Then you got these motherfucking women where I want a nigga to treat me this way and that way, but yeah, you ain't giving him nothing to treat you that way for. Come on, man. You want a motherfucker to take you to that. You want somebody to take you to goddamn 10-star restaurant, but you got 2-star conversation. Stop it. What are you giving a man? What are you bringing to a man to make him want to take you to these places? What type of conversation are you giving this man in the beginning for this man to even be interested and give you that type of attention? Because a lot of women keep talking about men talk shit and say that, yeah, we do. Goddamn men lie. We gonna lie against them. Let's call it what it is. We gonna lie against the pussy. Yes. If that's all we want, a nigga will say he's goddamn Superman and can't even put a cape on. But the thing about it is, what some of these new motherfucking women want a nigga to do for them, and you can't even have your own the audacity to keep your house clean. But you tell a nigga he can't come over yet. Oh, I just bet he can't. Because you goddamn live like you got a pigsty. Come on, man, stop it, man. First of all, y'all gotta stop having these false standards. If you want a nigga to really be interested in you, delusional. Give a man, be real with a nigga. Be real with a nigga.
People back on my cousin. For the ladies that he's talking about, if all you got is the beauty and the booty, then you ain't got much at all. I'm just saying.
Come on,
You gotta have way much more than that.
I'm okay. So here's the thing, and I can speak about this because I just received it myself. And this is something that it's not taught. It's something that's in a woman because this real bitch shit. I'm a real this, that, and the third. A real fucking woman ain't gotta say that. It's gonna show up in her character makeup. Now, some women, I get it. Some women say, you know, it's just an expression. I get that. But these motherfuckers out here that really think that's what they are. Come on, man. If you want a man to treat you a certain way, learn how to pour into that man. Add value to that man. Right. Make that man want to be better for himself so that he can be better for you. You know, I thought just because a bitch gave me some bread, I did this, that, and the third, I got the best thing I could ever have. You know what? I was lying to myself. And I can say that now because I actually get the opportunity to see and feel what a real woman is. When a real woman pours into you, you gonna feel that shit. Right. So these new millennium ass kids, man, y'all have look, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
That bullshit the child phone. Here's my thing. If it takes $40 to get the pussy from you, what kind of woman are you? Come on, man.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Listen. Now, everybody pays for sex one way or another. You're gonna inadvertently do it. If I ask you to go to dinner and we go home and we fuck after that, I pay for some pussy. If you ask me to go after dinner, we go home and fuck, you pay for some dick. So stop with this. I ain't giving a nigga shit. I ain't doing shit because you do it.
Right.
But that's not millennial to you. Because me,
That is not millennial. Everybody, if you cannot, as a grown woman, sit here and tell me that you ain't never took a man out to eat, whether you was in a relationship or not, and went home and y'all fucked.
but it wasn't for the food.
It's all right. You love it.
Go back in my bank. But I'm thinking somebody that I was with, but I don't know.
This is what I'm saying. See, y'all misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm saying this.
It's easy to get sometimes.
No. What I'm saying is this. If you looking to do something and man got to give you something in return, then you're doing it for the wrong reason.
I hear you. I
If
hear
you
you.
take the nigga out to eat,
Yeah, but
and you want that nigga to knock you down at the end of the night,
Yeah,
you
I
wouldn't do it to have
It's
sex
hard.
with your man.
because no, that's just so if you're in a real relationship, it's not that no. If you can just say somebody that's in a real relationship, that's dating. I hear what you're saying, and I agree with you from that standpoint. But I'm saying if you're in a real relationship, whether or not we go to dinner and then we come back home and we fuck and do whatever, that's because of that $40. Right?
If you are doing something with looking for something in return, whether well, whatever it is. But if you're doing it for looking for something in return, then you're not doing it for the right reason. If I'm gonna take my woman out to eat, if I'm looking to me, if I'm gonna take my woman out to eat, I'm gonna take
Your attraction.
I need y'all to spell this out. Spell date. Lord, spell date. No, it's spell date.
DATE.
Date. After the end.
But that's not me. In any relationship, it's a relationship and not a transactional. It can be transactional, but it's supposed to be reciprocal. You know, if I'm giving pouring into you, pour back into me.
Exactly.
Pouring into you, and you're not pouring back.
But that's the thing.
It's reciprocal.
This is what I'm saying. Y'all want a man to pour into you, but you don't know how to pour back into that man. But if you know how to pour back into your man, and you say, baby, I'm gonna take you out to dinner tonight. You take that man out to dinner. You ain't looking for that man to come home and fuck you.
No.
Let's go. But here's the thing, though. 9 times out of 10, when a woman takes a man out and they dating, she's only doing it because she wants something in return. Whether it's a pussy, it's a money.
You are
That's what I'm saying.
My thing is this, if I'm shit, and I'm dating that man, like she just said, it's reciprocated. We both into each other, we both born, we both feel each other. It's all natural. The things that we choose to do, whether we spend a dollar, whether we lay, we fucking, we kiss, and we doing all that, that's because those are the feelings we have, and we're born into each other.
So what you telling me is,
money to spend money.
now see here that now see since y'all said it that way, now I'm gonna correct both of y'all.
I'm with it.
Because now here's the thing, the last time that we had a conversation like that, both of y'all said,
do more.
said, hey, do more. No. What I'm gonna tell you that y'all two said. Y'all two said. Nigga, if you get ready to do anything for me, nigga, you got to take me and pay for it. So guess what? Hold on. Hey. Said y'all gotta reciprocate. How can you reciprocate it when y'all looking for something in return? But that nigga didn't take y'all out looking for that in return. Y'all looking for something.
know what I'm saying?
Well, let me just say this over with.
Come on in, wait, come on in.
Oh, wait, what do I say? I'm gonna say.
No, okay, so but the only thing I say is, I think you said something about it. Looking for something, expecting something. There's men that also expect cooch, you know. You know, a woman want to be catered to. When you first meet, like we just watched the video, there's a woman that want to be catered to. She want to be taken out to the finest restaurant. To me, I don't believe in all that. I can go to Old Charlie's on the first date. I can go to the Cheesecake Factory on the first date and not expect you to pay. I would pay for myself. There's different types of women. There's different types of men. There's some men that will automatically have the thought like, I asked her out on a date. I want to pay for her food. And I expect something at the end of the day.
When you can't even chase him out, man.
I don't believe in a man chasing a woman. I don't believe like when you all are strangers. It's like you know, even if you're not strangers, you knew each other back in the day, and y'all link back up. Just because y'all knew each other back in the day, and you're a boy and she's a woman, don't mean that you have to. Just because you're the man, you gotta take her out. You gotta offer her the date. She might want to offer you the date. At that point in time, she might like you more. You might not even like her at that time, but she's showing you some type of interest. So then it's like, oh, this girl showing me some interest. Let me might show some interest in her too, or let me see if I like her. I don't think it's called chasing.
I don't agree.
I do know, nigga.
Let me say this.
But it was just like for me, like the emotions thing, like or expecting something. There's women that sometimes do expect, and then there's men that, oh, I took you out, I gotta.
I agree.
You know. Like, okay, this is our first date. He took me out to this nice date. I'm gonna let him know maybe we can have a second date. Maybe we can, or maybe next time it can be like, oh, I'm going to your house instead of we're going out to a restaurant this time. It's like levels to the dating, other than just jumping into something be like, oh, we're having sex now, or oh, since you didn't let me have sex and you're not telling me we're done. I don't like that no more. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, like there's different types of women and men. So sometimes a man is gonna expect, oh, I took you out, I offered you the date, I deserve something. You know, or a woman, okay, well, you know, if the woman decides, oh, I want half, or you know, next time you need to do this for me, or you need to make sure that you have this type of vehicle, you know, have materialistic things. I've never believed in nothing materialistic. For me, it's about personality. Attraction always gonna play a part in it because you're not gonna walk up to somebody you think you love. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you never know. Like, you gonna go in the club and you gonna yeah.
Do you think, dog? Do you motherfucker?
Like the time about dude that back then get ready to go after me. Back in the day, we had to walk a girl home from school, meet their mama, and that's when you understand you was interested because you stay in a relationship, talk to them, meet the mama, go back to the month. Then the mama ain't let them be able to go on a date with you or everything.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, have we transitioned to that?
Yeah.
To now?
Right. Yeah.
I want to touch on that modern woman and modern men the way they date. Because she said that men, you know, women shouldn't really chase men or men. She doesn't believe, she thinks that a woman can go after a man. And I think that you can show interest. But to me, these modern men want that a lot more than in the past. Like he said, there was a sugar thing today. And when that's transitioning, you never know what type of woman you're going to run into. Whether it's that type or somebody who's with the rah-rah. See, I'm not with a lot of rah-rah, but when it's men that it's like, well, you know, are you going to pay for my date? Are you going to do that? Men have those same expectations. So it may not be an expectation for sex, but they come to women with an expectation as well to where, you know, work through that and see what are these expectations? Because sometimes it seems realistic for them to expect us to not 100% and showing them interest. But like she said, you pick somebody you like. Then you like them.
Okay,
So want to do those things. And that's why it's expected from women because I'm thinking you like them.
But here's the thing though, and that's like I said once before. Y'all say that y'all pick a certain type of dude. you see something you like,
It's all.
the way you dress, you got a nice body,
hear.
but you ain't picked his mental yet.
It's not true necessarily, because if I like
How can you pick
That
his man? If you just see, if you see a nigga walking down the street that you like, and you see something about him, and you see that, you gonna say something. You gonna say something. But if you're not gonna
It's
I'm
working
a
well.
listen to me. And I love it. When my nigga, random motherfucker text message, like, damn, bro, I can't wait to see you.
No.
I'm there for real. It's just anything. I mean, she got to say, hey,
Yeah.
and it's just the fact that she sent that to me.
Yep.
And that to me is, she's interested.
Yep.
In the very beginning, I ain't on that. Just saying, hey.
Yep.
That right there lets the man know, oh, okay, well, let me really see what's up with her.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it is, if a man is doing that in the beginning, say he gets sick or something goes on, and he missed 2 text messages, that nigga's bullshit. He ain't playing. He ain't consistent. Now y'all done with him.
Nah, but I think regardless of what, I think if you establish a form of communication on a consistent basis, and the minute that they said they can't say that, and the minute that anything shifts from that normalcy, if communication isn't had, no, it's unfair if the female be like, okay, nah, whatever. But an adult or a grown person about this shit, they're gonna reach out and be like, hey, I was just checking with you. I heard from you a couple days. Everything good? It's communicating.
So, but here's the thing though. What about if it's a situation that man gets sent to the hospital and he can't talk on the phone?
I mean, okay, but at some point, it don't matter. You know what? Then if you can't talk, write a motherfucking note. Have a motherfucking nurse say, hey, can you call this number now? You really know, but what the hell now? You know what?
emergency contact should.
I mean, I get that, but somebody that you being consistently talking to, you're not gonna go 3 to 5 days and not talk to me or find a way to reach out to me to let me know what the fuck is going on. Period. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. So if you okay with not talking to me, especially we talk every fucking day, and now all of a sudden the third week, you feel like you say no. Miss me. That I'm cool with that. You need each other.
We just met each other.
No. We don't let
But here's the thing though, if we just met each
we
other.
are.
But y'all, just because y'all dated don't mean that you've been around.
We do. Okay. We do. No, we and I'm saying we had 3 more months. If we want to know, we did that. If we on 3 more months.
Hear from her, and then when she comes to you with this, where you been? You know what? I couldn't do this. This was what happened. But you know, I missed you just as much as you missed me. But see what they do is go, no, you ain't talk to me like that.
And because we been dating 3 more months, so you got to me bullshit. Social media is like nobody's never not on their phone anymore.
Like I said, when shit happens, and the shoe is on the other foot. If a woman,
Yeah.
if a man is really but before I'll give you some time and be like, okay, and when she does,
relationship. But we
Like, every situation is different. Guess what? I told you that I got a relationship, man. Like, it's been 3 motherfucking weeks. That's what here's the thing, once again, like I said, it depends on the individual. People those people who need and less than 6 months they marry. But the thing about it is, though, you got to have to understand. Something like that comes about, don't instantly think negative. And that's the thing, because most women make, I'm not saying all, I'm saying most women make emotional decisions before they know the truth. So you can't say that 3 to 5 days will come up with this thing. Because guess what? He's really locked up, or he's really in a fucked up position that he cannot reach up.
if we have a relationship 3 weeks, 3 months, I'm going to be that contact. I'm going to be
So ultimately, y'all say it, I say it, hey, I said it, hey, I don't know.
so I think that
So what you said is just because you know that, then you don't listen to that third. So she's really trying to- You just say, when you prove one thing to an individual,
and this is going to be a good time on this day, and you that's going to be, you know,
getting to know a person, you should not go into it looking for something negative. No, because if you do, you're gonna get a negative reaction and you're gonna get negative feedback.
Yeah.
You just said, if a man, if you dating a dude, if you go out with a nigga on a date that if you think he's doing something and you ask him, he proves something that he's interested.
So can I say something? I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't think nobody should go into, like you said, into a relationship with a negative thought, because that person segment you hear, they're not responsible for your thinking. They're not the reason why you think that way. So it's unfair for you to push that on that person because they're not how they right, it's right for that insecurity. Hold on, and at the same time, like her friend, if she's communicating to you that she has this insecurity, you should be mindful that she has this insecurity and make sure you're not putting her in that space to relive that insecurity.
But here's the thing though, if I'm just meeting you and getting to know you,
Dating with the
and
intention
you got,
of being her person.
and you got these insecurities, most people are gonna take that as a red flag and they're going to walk away. Because that's the thing though. But guess what though? And those are the toxic relationships. Because guess what? So how would you feel? So how would you feel?
Is your red flag?
Y'all not willing to be with each other.
Right. And then I'll be still here. And so we're doing some stuff. I hope y'all still here.
that's not choice. That's choice. If the woman wants to, cool. If that man wants to, cool. Because I told my woman, I said, baby, I want you flaws and all.
Yeah.
I want you. I don't want no perfect woman. I want you to be perfect for me.
Exactly.
So if you got some shit that you've been through,
Right.
if you got some scars,
Right.
guess what? That shows me
Mhm.
that if we ever have to go through something,
Mhm.
I got some motherfucker I know gonna stand beside me, and we gonna go to war together.
And they don't understand you. That's what I'm saying.
But the thing about it is you cannot not tell a man you've been through some things and expect him to know that you've been through some things just by some of the questions that you ask him.
No, really, that's when you be vocal and you just say that this is my concern. Like if
It's
you
not a concern.
What?
It can be a concern. If you are sitting down and that man is opening up to you and he's telling you, maybe I've been through some things.
Yeah.
I've experienced some things. That's the door opening for you, baby. Okay, well, you know,
And
if
so
I
being
do
that
this,
he's been through some things, if I have a concern about this stuff, I'm not allowed to be like,
here's
you
what
know,
I'm
you
saying.
should deal with that.
At a certain point in time, after being involved in dating, then you come back to it. But as you sit down and you're learning each other,
Yeah, I guess
You have to.
I feel like it'll be like a judgmental move if if he's sharing with me and I'll be like, oh damn baby, I'm like, like I ask, certain questions, but I'm treading lightly because I don't want to feel like I am attacking them or judging them in any kind of way.
You want to tread lightly, but you don't want to harbor nothing that in the back of your mind. Don't say no yet. You got to listen to what I'm
do
saying.
not tread
You
lightly.
don't want to harbor nothing. You don't want to harbor nothing in the back of your mind while you trying to build something. Because
But I feel like I know what you're saying. I know where she going with it. I feel like at this point, if there's something, I feel like maybe those boundaries and standards, and if you know that this man has been through X, Y, and Z, and you already know that that's on your standard list of do not touch whatever, then automatically,
or you just concerned, like even with me, even if it was nothing that he did, even if it was my own trauma,
right,
I see stuff and I break it to you and I say, I had my trauma, so this is my concern.
right. But I feel like if any of it's and I see what Cuz saying with the word concern, but I feel like if any of his X, Y, Z, whatever he got going on, don't meet my, my standards or my whatever, then I automatically, I'm not gonna say that, I'll make it polite, but that'll be my end of my date with him. I'll never, if I see that he's just not it, because it's gonna go against this on what I believe in, he's not.
Address those concerns because some people date potential and they date that maybe this person is going through a transition and the transition never takes. And so you gotta think, am I willing to date potential? Am I willing to go through this even though he's a good dude and he's ready for this, but he's not quite there. I'm ready for this. I'm not. Do you date potential? Like that's part of the problem.
I'm thinking it's with potential. First of all, I would like to date this man to get to know him. Yeah, I want to learn about this man because guess what? A woman wants a man to know things about her. And guess how that man's got to find out? He got to sit down and talk to you. Because if you don't talk to you, you don't know nothing. Yeah. And then times out of here's the thing though. And this is, I can speak for nobody else. I love when a woman is like, I want to learn about you.
Yeah.
That's the fucking turn.
Yes.
Because guess what? Off the rip, she done told me she's interested in me. So guess what? Now I can open up and I can be like, okay, well, here you go. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Me and baby sitting there talking. And she said, you know what? I ain't never been involved, but I want to get involved in your bodybuilding because I want to learn about you. Nigga, when she said that shit, I damn near melted. Because I'm like, damn, we just now, learning certain things about each other. But she let me know off the rip, and I didn't ask her. I didn't say, well, this is what I do. You want to come and do it? I said, nah. I was like, this is one of the things that I do. Before I got finished with the question, with the statement, she said, well, I want to learn about this because it's part of you, and I want to be a part of you. Right. Nigga, I melted. I was like, shit, what you need?
And that's what you start wondering, how do you get those conversations out of me? Because you want to learn about me, and that's when I was talking about how you text and such. Like, a lot of stuff is just superficial. special with modern dating. They're just, let's eat this good. You know,
A closed mouth don't get fed.
it's like y'all said, they think they're going on dates and not, and you're experiencing the date, experiencing the restaurant. Like, how did you get men to a point where even though you're experiencing that, you get them to realize I'm trying to experience you?
Because you can't get a man somewhere because y'all going on date. You gotta let that man get there himself. Because you don't want that man to force you to be somewhere you don't want to be.
Do you want to be forced?
Not the place is not what I was
You
doing.
mean to tell me it don't matter anything that if you gonna let a man force you to do something you don't want to do?
I can be convinced.
You know what, baby? Let me explain something. That ain't what it is. Then that nigga ain't for you. If a nigga got to convince
I'm
you
not
and force you,
I'm not close-minded. That's just like if I didn't buy the bill and I wasn't interested in doing it and they asked me, I can be convinced to go do that.
listen to me. If a nigga forces you to do anything,
Not for it, but I can be convinced.
if a motherfucker's convincing you to do anything that you're not into, who do you think we need to look at?
I'm thinking about it because, like I said, I know
I don't want my woman to convince me. She ain't got to convince me first of all.
I mean, but so
Because
you say that everything she does, you're 100%.
No, because guess what? We're gonna
And
sit
if
down
she
and
asks you to shut up,
because
then
we're here
what-
because this is why. This is why she ain't gotta convince me like that. Because we're gonna sit down like two adults and we're gonna talk about the situation.
That's convincing you.
No, it's not. That's communicating what's going on. No, it's not.
No argument is and you have convinced them. And you can't quit.
Why does it have to be an argument?
The argument is in the statement. Y'all know I can be real.
Here's the thing.
How I was raised.
Here's the thing.
You know, if it
If
convinces.
I'm trying to convince my woman
To take you up, to go.
about some shit, you know what? That means I did something, or I'm trying to do some shit to cover up some shit, or I'm doing some shit. But my thing is this. Now, if I want my woman to know what's going on, I'm gonna sit her down. Baby, let's talk about this situation.
I want to know how she look at it. I want to know exactly how you looking at it.
I'm looking at it like, if there's ever a time that I'm around somebody that I'm meeting, and we both have similar yet different interests, the things that differ from us, I'm gonna be like, oh, what's that about? Oh, I never, even if it's like food, oh, I never tried that before. They might can convince me to try that. And it's not a bad thing, but I just need you to be willing to get me in that space to tell me the things I don't know, so I can try to meet you there halfway.
You gotta say what you just said.
Are you talking about how like a man like open up to you?
Yeah, like getting up.
You gotta open up. What's
Uh,
your asking?
I just sit here saying.
What you just said?
What makes y'all
Like,
open up?
I think for me, it's most guys don't have much to talk about. I mean, other than if a guy
Simple.
if a guy if he's not connected that or if he's not connected to trends or trying to level up, it's gonna be the same conversation. You're gonna find yourself in the loop. So like for me, it's like I'm really big on like trying to get to the next level, and which means that if I'm around a woman, if I'm around anybody that's not leveling up, the goal is for them to not like drain me, but at least
Feed off.
yeah. If you're not you're right. If you getting you either getting drained or somebody you either helping somebody grow. And it's just like the other person doesn't recognize that they're draining or not feeding you, then chances are you probably don't want to be with that person anymore.
Okay. What you gotta feed off me?
So since you want to know how you get the man to open up, you sit down and you talk to him first. You ask questions. Don't ask questions like how many women you've been with. What you don't ask negative questions. That's gonna make a man get defensive. If you want a man to open up, so what do you like to do? What do you like to do for fun? Where do you like to go? Do you like to travel? Ask them, ask the questions that you want a man to ask you. And then if a man answers a question and you don't like the response that you got from the answer there, don't get mad. Be like, okay, so that's how you feel. Then that's when you go into a dialogue. Okay, so you said you don't like this, so why, I'm just curious why you don't like it. Don't come in and what the fuck you mean you don't like it? You know how women, when a woman gets a negative response, a response that she doesn't like, not all women,
Thank you.
majority of women nowadays
It's the
will react in an emotional way.
I agree. I mean, I'm
But the
guilty
thing
of
about it
everything
is, so here's the thing. So here's the thing, though. When you get that, when you react off emotions, you don't know what that man's been through. So 9 times out of 10, you know what that man gonna do? He gonna turn the light switch off. Shop closed. He
So,
just shut all the fuck the way down.
okay, so we conversate, and this nigga tell me, yeah, I just did 20 for killing my ex-wife or whatnot. So, I also
I hope
say
you
that.
can motherfucking run. Right now,
Be like, oh, what you
no,
do?
no, we talking realistic. We talking realistic because here's the thing. You
Nah,
women, listen, sir, and this is for men. This is for men. Men want women to show us that they're really interested in what we have going on. If we fucking go play basketball, and women not into basketball, yo, baby, why you play basketball so much? A nigga will sit down and give you his whole rundown about it.
I got a question
What?
for y'all.
All right.
I got a question for y'all. Okay, to what you just said, right? You said men want women to pretty much show and prove, right? What about, and this goes for actually men and women, what about the women that do show and prove? And let's just say, you're in the dating pool, so it's gonna be multiple, so, there's options, right? You got this one over here, blah, blah, blah. And what if, Sally Sue, she pouring into you, but you're not really feeling her like that. So you kind of ignore, and she's doing more than, many more. She pouring into you just because this motherfucker look good over here, this, that, and the other. It's like, oh shit, I'm focusing my attention on this one right here. But you just said a man want women to pour to him. What about all the women that do pour to a motherfucker to let them know? It goes both ways. This is it. It's wanted versus unwanted attention. That's what I call it.
Because here's the thing. A mature man is not gonna go through all that. He's not gonna waste his time and shoot no bullshit to you. He's not gonna play no games with you. He's not gonna lie to you. He's going to talk to you. And he's gonna tell you whatever. A real man's an open book. A nigga that got something to hide, you can ask a certain question, he's gonna get defensive. And he's gonna deflect and he's gonna switch.
That's true.
Because if I'm really into you and I want you to be into me,
Right.
I want you to know who I am. Because the more I open up to you and give you, you're going to want to reciprocate it. Because there's some things that you don't have to go above and beyond to get it reciprocated. And that's the thing. People put these standards on reciprocating certain things. When you're meeting somebody, if you want a motherfucker to learn who you are, learn who that is.
So, I mean, at any point that the female is letting the man know, right? Like, is there a such thing as she doing too much?
Right.
It is because that's that man's choice. If that man doesn't like something that woman has going on, that's on him. That's his choice. Just like if a man tells a woman certain things and she feel like he got too much going on, that's her choice. She has the choice to be like, well, this isn't gonna work for me. I appreciate it, but we just don't vibe and we just don't gel. And you go your separate ways.
I got some.
But does it happen like that? No, it don't. Because people don't know how
So
to,
we'll go.
a lot of people don't know how to communicate and be 100% real. Men and women. Because here's one of the biggest things in relationships where people fuck up at. Women say they can communicate better than men. A lot of women, not all women, a lot of women communicate from emotional traumas.
I agree.
Men communicate off of what makes logic to them. If it does not have a logical meaning to it, a man is not going to relate to it. He's going to be like,
I think men are more emotional than women, and women are more logical because, like you just said, we're talking to you based off our traumas, based off our experiences.
off emotional trauma.
Based off of how he's making you feel.
No, I'm not basing it off that. No, I'm not. No. And women, and if you have a man that's more emotional than a woman, something's not right.
No. I have a question that
Because let me finish. Here's the thing. Emotional traumas for women coming from a man is a man cheated on them, put his hands on them, said them, called her verbally, any type of
That's
abuse.
it, right? Yeah.
Any type of abuse, anything that's negative.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And when another man is coming into the picture and he says something, you might be asking him a question about something. But because that question was she heard that question before, it's a trigger. It's a trigger. And now guess what? Now she done backed up into a corner. Now her thoughts is, this motherfucker, he's just like this nigga. When all it could have been, he was asking a question so that he can know this is who she is. Do I want to stay and fix this or work with her, or do I want to move on?
yeah, but I got a question. Kind of on that the same question that I was saying that I had. So people tend to say we date when we attract. So we attract these people who we really want this to work with. And it seems like if it don't work, we attract the people with our same trauma. Some people more healed than others. Some people more stable with it than others. Like if you attracting who you are, and so I mean, in a sense, somehow you're both coming with traumas. How are you gonna get through your triggers and his triggers to make this thing work?
You know what I learned? I learned this in the class. Trauma attract trauma. It does. It attracts trauma.
Because so if you're attracting people that's in your speed, in your area, in your eyesight, in your earshot, y'all manage to make it and y'all seen something to spark that conversation. But both of y'all have y'all things to where, you know, I think some men get so strong on their things, or women get strong on their things, where they have what they call these deal breakers. But we got to try to find out how to break down the deal breakers to be situations that we can probably work through.
The only way you're gonna break a deal breaker down is the person has to totally, completely heal.
Heal.
And until that person completely heals, you will always have deal breakers. And that person that new person you're trying to deal with, doesn't deserve to have to deal with deal breakers because of the last 10, 12 individuals you was in a relationship with. Because that person didn't do it to you.
But if they attracted to me, they got some type of trauma that I can help them with.
They're attracted to you, but get
Just
Like
because,
you just like my trauma, but I already accept your trauma.
no, that's not true. Because if a person does that, then that means you need to leave that person alone. Period. Because me, I don't listen to me. And I can't speak for nobody else. I can only speak about the things that I've been through in my life. And when it come to women, I've been the good nigga, I've been a piece of shit. So I know from both sides.
Thank you for
I
your
know
comment. I'm sorry.
Love you all.
I love you. But the thing about it is, like I said, I have to base it off of my life experiences.
Right.
And the thing about it is, until I completely heal from my traumas and things I've been through, I should not want to be in a relationship with a woman. Because guess what? That woman might have been through something and I not know it, and I see it happening, that triggers one of my traumas. And now guess what? Now I'm reacting this way. And that woman didn't get nothing to me.
Right. You know what I seen? What I have seen is that a woman can have her trauma, but she still expect the man to take her. But she won't take that man with his trauma. On a lot of cases.
I can't agree with that.
I've seen it.
I can't agree with that because here's the thing. That's not always true.
No,
Because guess what? Everybody wants everybody to accept them for who they are,
Correct.
regardless.
Correct.
Some people are more damaged than others.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, everybody's got baggage.
Yeah.
You have the choice to, do I want to unpack or do I want to leave this shit packed and move on? That's the thing.
Yeah, that is a choice.
Because guess what? Your traumas, my traumas, his traumas, which one's worse? Trauma's trauma. Hurt's hurt. Right. But the thing about it is, it's all in how do you react when you think? Because 9 times out of 10, some shit we see ain't what it is. We just think it is because we are so trained to first thing come to mind is negativity.
Well.
And we assume. Instead of being a real motherfucker and be like, hold on, baby. You know what I mean? What's going on?
Right.
I seen something that I didn't like. And 9 times out of 10, if you come to your significant other out of that, guess what they're gonna do? Well, maybe I didn't do anything, but what do I need to do to help you not feel that way? How can we fix this? It's called communication.
Right.
And communication is poor all the way across the board from men, women, and it doesn't work, gets nowhere. Because until we learn how to talk to each other instead of at each other,
Right.
we're never gonna go anywhere.
But how is it if you feel like you're talking to that person, but they're taking it as you're talking at?
Because I gotta make sure that my delivery's straight. The way I deliver the conversation is how she's gonna react.
And it's probably the other person too. You have to be listening to them to understand what they're saying, because sometimes you can be listening to them to agree, or you listening to them and find something wrong with what they're saying, or you just analyzing it as you go and you waiting to be like, let me interject. You gotta listen to them to see that they're trying to get their thought out. So maybe what they're saying at that moment isn't exactly what they're saying. They're vocalizing it to get to somewhere. So you have to give them some time to get there, and then maybe you will understand it, and then that'll keep a lot of stuff.
One of the things that I was bad at in my previous relationship was communicating. It was either my way or the highway. So as I started to change my life, as I started to change and say that I wanted a wife, I had to sit back and I had to do one of the hardest things I had to do. I had to look in the mirror to see what I was looking at. And I started asking myself, how do you fix this? How do you fix that? What are you doing to get a wife? How are you presenting yourself to get a wife? Because what I had to learn was I had to learn how to communicate. I had to learn how to be vulnerable. I had to learn how to listen. And I had to learn how to reciprocate in a way that my significant other is going to receive it without it being making her feel like I'm attacking her.
And I think that'll probably work for women as well. That's what we gotta do. We gotta make sure that we're actually listening, like you said, in it for the right reasons, because you're in it for this relationship, and so you're gonna take that time.
Now, here's something that y'all said that I really truly believe in. Date with potential. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been saying that for a while. And in order for me to date with potential, I have to be dating this woman not just for some pussy, not just for the moment. I gotta be dating this woman so that I can build something. I can grow with this woman. I can have something with this woman. If that's not what I'm looking for, then I'm not going to put myself in that position to waste her time or my time.
So question. Okay,
with that statement you just said, what if she is into it and wanting to grow and all this, but you're not? And then let me show. The men that are dating females, pretty much who they are wasting their time. A woman's invested, she's pouring into them, she's doing all this and that. So what do you have as far as, that situation?
Like,
Like,
and then they're getting this love from us, knowing they're not interested in us, somebody they
Individual just trying to get a strike. He's just trying to get some pussy.
That's it.
Because a real, yeah, he's not, because if a man, listen to me. Here's the thing that women gotta realize. Just as well as y'all know, when y'all see something that catches y'all eye, and y'all size the nigga up from head to toe and ain't blink, women do. Men do the same exact thing. The only difference is we're more physical. The first thing we're gonna look at on a woman is her ass. The second thing we're gonna look at, her face.
Okay.
Then we're gonna pick and choose.
Okay.
Because those are the first two things that most people see.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
So us as men, we have this thing. Then can I be seen with shorty? Can I take that out to eat? I mean, I'm just saying. Here's the thing. I'm not thinking about that. I'm just talking about men in general. In order for us to get better, you got to take that picture. Because you know what? But like you said, y'all do it too. And until we take that shit out of the picture, we're gonna keep getting the same reaction, the same response.
Because we want to put the same thing over and over again. You gotta
It comes a point in time where you eventually have to grow up. And until we decide, as a whole that we want better, statistics of marriage and relationship is always gonna be what they're gonna be.
Which is
Bad, fucked up, horrible.
Let's sum it up. So we're talking about what do we think after this conversation and what we learned, what we think is gonna make the relationship better, just overall in general, from your perspective, from you as a man, as a woman. Like what this is what I think I might have to work on. So for example, like for me, I am working on my listening and my patience and my expectations, because it seems like I do have these expectations when I meet somebody, but it's really not an expectation. It's like a goal. It's like the reason I wouldn't talk to you if I didn't see something in you. So I have to, I guess, not scare people away that I saw this, because I don't know, maybe this is the way I was raised. I'm spoiled. I'm like, give me. So I picked that. And I gotta realize they gotta pick me back. So,
Right.
just because I picked you,
Yeah, right.
don't mean
Yeah.
you picked me back. You know.
tell me if I'm wrong. As a man, she basically saying is, expectations and then goals. I could be wrong, but to me, is expectation and goals are the same?
No, because you expecting a person to do certain things to be a certain type of way. Your goals is where you're trying to get to with that individual.
I get that.
So like it's like this. My expectations for my woman is to be who she is, treat me the way she's supposed to treat me. Her expectations is for me to treat her how she's supposed to be treated.
Okay.
Love her the way she's supposed to be loved.
Okay.
Our goal is to one day get married. Two different things. You see, so we have to work towards that. So in order for us to reach that, we have to meet in the middle. Okay, baby, so what you need me to do? Okay, we good right now. We in a process. We learning each other. We doing this, we doing that. But the one thing about what's not being done is we're communicating this. He's not leaving me to assume, well, baby, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Is he doing this right? Is he doing this right?
Yeah.
And see, and this is, like I said, for me, I never was one to communicate. It was all about my way or the highway. So what I had to learn as I got older, and I believe now, in order for me to have that wife, I have to communicate.
Communicate.
Communicate with that understanding.
I have to communicate. I have to communicate to the point where when I talk to my woman, whether I'm mad or upset, whatever it may be, I have to talk to her to where
But
she can
can
hear me and she can listen to what I'm saying, and it's not me. Rah, 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 rah. She will be more willing to be like, okay, maybe feel that way.
You just did the big one that they need to hear. What you said is that y'all communicate to where you don't assume anything. And what that does is build trust. So y'all can trust each other. And that's what a lot of people don't understand what communication does. It builds trust. And when people don't know, they don't know each other, they ain't got to tell everybody business. No, when you build it to not assume something, that's the big one that a lot of relationships that fail with. So I appreciate you for bringing that out because that's one of the key things
But you know what?
that relationships are missing.
What I have seen though is men do have to learn how to communicate better. But also on a woman's side, a lot of men, which I'm proud of men, speaking up about a lot of things. A lot of women, this is what they do, and this is what needs to stop. Is a man's telling you how he feel or how he see things. You interpret it how you want it to be. Even though he is deliberately telling you.
So are we bad? How would we ask questions about it? Like, what do you mean by it? What you mean by it?
No, a real man is going to tell you what you mean.
Tell you
Because here's the thing, though. Because women, when a woman does that right there, the way she delivers that part, talking about, okay, so what do we, there's a way that it can be delivered. It can be delivered as if she's trying to dissect it and find the negativity in it. Or
most times
she can be really truly asking, how can I fix this? What do I need to do? What's wrong? Where's the issue at? But you gotta be, but the thing about it is, and it's like I said, your delivery is the key. Because if you want to really truly communicate with your significant other, you can't come at them
Right.
up here
Right. That definitely
and they down here. Because when you come at them and you up here,
right?
they're gonna come right here.
what you are here with them, but it's still taking how they want to take it. And it's still reading too far. And so I feel like women, like we can shut our mind down sometimes. Women continue to clock and kick and keep going. I feel like they read too far into things.
I think what we do.
I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop you right there. Stop you right there. Listen to me, look good. And this is as real as I can be. And you know what? You can't say that that's just women. Because guess what?
Yeah, you know.
You do it too. I do it too. He's done it. Because guess what? First of all, they might have said 2 words too loud, trying to get your attention. You already done took it the wrong way. Now you on 20. Now the whole conversation fucked up. Now you sitting here talking about what you mean. Now the whole conversation destroyed.
I retract what I said. I can see that.
No, don't retract it because it's relevant. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Because here's the thing though. If you really want to help, you can't always agree with what I say. You can't always agree with what he says. We have to, even though they may say something that we don't want to hear. And your response is your response.
Right.
I may say something that you don't agree with. The thing about it is, they need to see it. Because if they see us debating about something like this or talking about something like that, guess what? They're learning from it.
I see that.
So now guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go and turn their next relationship. Hold on, wait, man. I seen cousin do this. I seen him say this. Let me try this. And if it doesn't work for them, they're gonna be like, hey, you know what? Remember that night we had that conversation? See, they can come and talk to us,
Mhm.
but they don't know if they can go and talk to that other man
Right.
because they haven't learned from it.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
So
I
I
see it.
I want my thing, like I said, man.
You been,
Order-
been like quiet back there.
So the grown man said it.
A lot of good work, you know, in there, and have to understand it, it's all about understanding each other. Because at the end of the day, when you're looking for somebody, you're looking for that person to understand you, to hear you, to see you, and to react to you. That's why they're your person, because they're supposed to be that for you.
You have to find someone who is actually dating
Stop
purpose.
For a
looking.
purpose, yeah,
Stop
for a purpose.
looking. Stop looking.
And then that's a blessing right there. That's following the
Stop.
right. That's following the blessing.
I'm trying to tell you to stop because guess what? Guess what? You keep looking, you're gonna keep.
I would.
Shit. And guess what? When you stop looking, when you stop chasing what you want, you receive what you need.
That's so true.
That's all. I listen to that. I promise.
Because I'll say this.
Well, how many days? Oh, 5 days.
I'm so listen.
I'll say this.
And this is one thing that I love about my woman, baby. We keep shit above all the time.
Those two.
And I told him, I told him, look here. I wasn't looking for you, woman. I wasn't. You fell in my lap like a loaf of bread. Because the only thing I'm gonna be all the way 100 with you. I told her the only thing that I was looking for from a woman was because I've been through too much bullshit.
You know what?
He fell into my lap. When God sent that woman to me, it whole game changed.
But I'll say this here. I also say this
He
here.
changed. And a lot of dudes, they get this good woman and they don't change the game.
No, you can, I say this here.
Back up.
What you just said right there. See, I had a type that I sought, that I look for. I had a type that I look for. And a lot of women
It's
do
never
the
your
same
type.
thing. Shit, it's never your type, exactly. Because a woman that, a matter of fact, a woman who I'm not with now, but I was with for 10 years, she was not my type. But she was what I needed.
Yeah.
A lot of times, that the people who we actually are attracted to is not who we need to be with. It's the people who actually you need to be with and who you really not looking at.
I need to be with anybody that's gonna have my best interest. Period. Point blank. Period. Like if you ain't, I don't care how the fuck you look, what you got. If you ain't got my
I
best
don't agree
interest,
with that because some people listen to me. The best comedians have your best interest at heart.
But she don't
Because
know
guess what?
if they put no.
Because guess what?
what is that?
A comedian changes colors all the time. And you know
Oh, I
what?
thought you said comedian. You said comedian.
Because
Okay.
guess what? If I got your, if I'm really not looking for nothing, I'm still gonna have your best interest at heart because I gotta give me a shot. I gotta get shot out of
You're
it.
not getting
But
this.
see, here's the thing. But here's the thing, though. If I'm giving you, if I'm showing you that I have your best interest at heart, you're not gonna be thinking that this thing.
I'm
You use the word show, but I was gonna say you can speak it, but
I'm
it's not
about
for
to
acting.
say, I'm about to speak
Her.
a percentage.
Never pull up proof. Camera, show it my proof. When he comes, yeah.
Percent of men
Show it. Show
are
the evidence.
invisible to 85%
He
of
gave me
men.
with the same ass
So what?
thing. Same damn thing. Right, Google that.
80% of men are invisible to 85% of women. Women are chasing the same exact man.
Or the wrong type. We had that conversation. Damn it.
The wrong type.
You know why? You know why? Because those men are making themselves available.
They're
Because
making
if we
themselves
gotta go
available.
to
the one
work
you
hard,
supposed to
that's
be with
who's actually
not making themselves making
right. And that's probably one of the reasons why I'm single. When I go work from home, I don't do a lot. I don't make myself available to meet new people.
I'm gonna make a person
Like,
right
if
quick.
you-
I'm gonna make a person right
85%
quick.
of the men aren't available. You just see them in past.
I've learned.
You're not putting yourself out there.
In middle school, I said this. I was fighting in the corner, working on science stuff. When I got in high school, I had seen things. I dressed a certain way. I started a group, a dance group. That
Just groups of power.
Right. That's what y'all like. But if I'm standing in the corner, you would never notice.
And that's what they say, like
You would never notice.
from women.
When I stand in that corner, when I was in the chess club, when I was in the science club, you did not notice me. But when I dressed a certain way, when I danced a certain way, you noticed me.
Because they saw you. Like if you was in a chess club, you gotta, pull the part. You gotta show interest because if you're dating somebody who's not in that crowd, you gotta show interest. If we can't see it, you can't date it. You can't, there's just no way that you're gonna cross paths. And that's why we're stuck with this group of good alpha males, the masculine men, the ones that's out there. That we feel like we only got them to choose from because they're the only ones putting themselves out there. But when you put yourself out there, then they saw you.
First of all, let me say this.
No, not dress away.
No.
Hold on.
Your shoes
Let
and
me
clothes.
let me clarify something for you. A masculine man and an alpha man, they don't put themselves out there because they don't have to, because women will see it.
That's what I'm saying.
A beta man feels he needs to be seen. He's an attention seeker. He wants to go out. He want to be around. He want to be in all the popular places looking for women. And those men get ignored, get overlooked. But some of those men have the biggest hearts. Some of those be the most faithful men. And then you got to realize something. Everybody, these women say, "I need a man that can control me." Why do you want somebody to control? Or handle me? Here's the thing, though. If you need to be controlled, or you need to be handled, that right there is a sign of insecurities or low self-esteem.
Do y'all hear control or handled or is it led more?
Led. I want him. When what's your name again, sir? When you said grow it, you can be growing.
I hear no, but see, the difference in what you're saying is a real woman wants to be led.
Right. So
A suspect woman,
me.
she don't want to be led. She feels that her having a slick mouth, her acting a certain type of way. She said she needs a woman that does all that. She needs that because she needs somebody that she feel is gonna put her in her place instead of realizing that those type of men are control freaks.
And
A lot of those women pretty much end up with the fragile type men anyway. So it's easy for them to, control every way.
Yeah. They get over on
I'm not an alpha female that wants to be in control of a man, and like y'all feel like you gotta know where you're going if you lead. So really, it's not that I want a man to lead me because I am independent and strong, but I want a man to have a goal that he's going towards that includes me, and then I'm gonna go real soft, and then I'm still gonna handle my business, but I'm gonna make sure my dude has his goal. Because his goal can't be only me, because then you're giving me way too much attention, and that might not be good.
Okay, so
If
let me
you're
help you.
going your way, and you do a man that's leading your household, and you gotta go, I want to follow that goal with you.
A man that's in his purpose, a man that is in his purpose is not going to allow a woman to dictate or deter him from where he's going.
That's right. That's what I'm
And
saying.
what
You
he
gotta-
wants to do is
that's the
he
whole
wants to
time.
communicate to her, look, baby, this is what I got going on. I'm saying, how can you add value to me? How can you push me and motivate me to be better?
Yeah.
And that's the man, that's the woman that a man would take. If a woman is not on that page with him, with an alpha male or a masculine man like that, he's not going to deal with her.
And the important thing you said, you gotta have a goal. You can't be a masculine man without a goal. You can't be leading the family with
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Those type of men are already, they already have it. It ain't you gotta have it. They already,
Right.
matter of fact, not only do they already have it, they're already in it. They're
Right.
already working towards it.
Right.
Because, sometimes it's life. A man may fall, but his character is defined by the way that he gets up.
And so we as women want you to know, we understand, even if you're getting up, we want to follow you, but like, if you're not at your goal yet, you getting there, make sure you got the goal, because once you turn the goal around to different things, I'm sexual, what we do it today, talk to me about what's happening next year, because then I know you got a plan.
Me, anybody I know with, like, first thing, that probably be the first thing we do. We sit there, we talking about, okay, what's your interest? What's my interest? Like, how can we get this money together? And we go from there. Like,
And that's cool.
But
That's
the thing
cool.
about it
That's
is,
cool. But
No.
a lot of times, if a man owns his thing, if
he ain't got it on. We both shine.
Oh, but I'm not saying you or you or you. But a lot, especially in today's world, 2023, if a man is on his shit and making that money and doing what he is supposed to do, a lot of times if he falls, she leaves.
See, that's the thing, but a lot of women getting money nowadays, so it makes it kind of, see, back in the day, women didn't work. We get money nowadays, so that's why your goal is so important, because regardless if you got it or not, I know I'm gonna have it, but I want you to know that you going where you're going. That way I can follow you. So if you tell me to sit back, you're not gonna stop. It's not stopping my career or anything.
No.
But I'm following you because and I'm pushing you, and I'm your motivation. Just like, I want you to motivate me, but I can still have a man lead the house, because the way women set up with the way we get money, it's not gonna stop. Like, a lot of women come with they have already, to where you got somebody coming. It's just, I just want a man to have his own goal. Like, I can build with you, we can build together, but if you didn't have a man building with you, you gonna get it regardless. I'm going to get it regardless. So I need you to have this with or without you mentality. I'm going to get it, but I want you.
But the way you are, how you think, you're thinking, that's only 15% of the
And that's
49% of women on the earth.
That's
Especially in the Western, meaning America.
the way women are raised.
You can't put those numbers out there like that, because it's individuals.
It is.
You have to. It's
Even global.
Still can't go global with it though. You still cannot do that because of the simple fact that every individual is different. Some men need a woman to show them. If a man falls, she need a man. Hold on. Some men need their woman to show them when he falls that she got him. Because if he sees that nigga gonna get up. And he gonna grind so motherfucking hard. That now, guess what? Once he get back, hey, baby, go sit down. I got you.
Yeah.
But then here's the thing. Now here's the catch to it. Women, not all women, some women will be in that situation and show a nigga, and because it doesn't happen fast enough, she's gone.
She's gone.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
But the thing about it is that man still going. He's still
And she's
going.
still showing
Just because she wants it in 2 months and it takes 4 months,
she's gone.
And you want to know what that is? It's a trauma, because the thing is, we've tried it. And it's like, I was going to ask you, like, you want a woman to show you that you're going to be 10 down, and we want you to show us that. And it's like, who shows who first? or if we've done this, and we've done this.
Who shows? No, it doesn't matter who shows. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who shows who first.
No, it's like,
Guess what? Because here's the thing, though. No matter if it's a real relationship between two people,
Mhm.
it's not gonna matter who does what first. Because as soon as if I see my woman show me this, like, I gotta catch up immediately.
And that's how you know that they your person.
If I show her,
Mhm.
I gotta catch up with my baby. And guess what though? That's us working together. It's not me saying, nigga, when you gonna catch up? I'm not down to her.
Right, right.
I don't, first of all, I don't have to say anything. Because if you are dealing with the right person, some things is self-explanatory.
True. That is
You know what I'm saying? Because my thing, like I tell me all the time, I want to know what makes you laugh, giggle, cry, whatever. So what that means for me, I gotta pay attention to my woman.
Right.
And if I don't do that, the way I think, another nigga gonna try and come and replace me. Ain't gonna happen. Because guess what? I'm gonna give her what she needs. I'm gonna pay that attention to her. I'm gonna give her her quality time. I'm gonna cook for her. I'm gonna rub her feet. I'm gonna give her a massage. Because guess what? What about when I want?
Right. That sounds like a good segue into another conversation with you.
But the thing about but see, here's where in this shit that's going on today, boy, you better not tell a nigga you got your woman a massage.
Right.
But see, here's the thing. Here's another thing that us as a whole need to get away from. Stop worrying about what the next motherfucker got or what they think.
True.
Right,
I don't gotta listen to them. I don't give a fuck about nothing.
right,
Cause what you eat don't make me shit.
right.
I'ma focus on what I got going on and what I got going on alone.
Right,
You see what I'm saying?
right,
And if my woman is my center focus,
right.
that's my focus.
Right.
If my kids are my center focus, that's my focus. If her kids are it, that's what I'm focused on. I ain't give her focus on what you got going on, what she got going on, none of that.
Right. Right.
You know what that is? That's you genuinely interested. So when we need to just find the point where we can see who's genuine and who's not. And that's the thing, because people come in with the intentions to do it right. And, you know, a week in, you know, life happens on both sides. And we need to find a way to be genuine with each other to where we know that we're not wasting our time.
Sometimes you can't get that
Can't.
because some people don't know how to be genuine. They don't know what being genuine is. Some people just do shit. And you know, and it's like you would, you know, somebody might just do something, male or female, and you'll be looking at it like, did this motherfucker just do that shit for real? Like, are you serious?
Right.
And then when you say something to them, they're like, oh, wait, you know, no. We need to first communicate.
No.
If we communicate, everything else takes care of itself. And we have to make sure that our delivery is correct. And what we're saying is not offensive to your significant other. Because if it's offensive to them, they're not going to hear it. They're going to get defensive. So you got to make sure that what you're saying and how you say it is in a way that you're talking to your significant other and not at them. I don't want to talk at my woman because if I'm talking at her, she's not hearing nothing I'm saying to her
What if you?
because she instantly is going to get defensive. It's just a natural reaction.
It's true. But what if you doing exactly what you're saying you're doing? You're talking to her, you're talking to her, not talking at her, but she's still taking ass. You're talking at her.
At that point in time, something may be going on with her. She may have something. She may be upset. Mine might be somewhere. It all depends on the situation. You know, because, you know, women do go through, you know, some monthly shit, you know, that may alter their emotions. You know, they may be going through.
We all have a good day and
You
bad
don't
day.
know.
We can't get mad at a bad day.
But the thing about it is, if you really love are into that person, you'll know now's not the time to have this conversation. Now's not the time. Okay, baby ain't feeling too hot. My man ain't feeling too good. So guess what? Leave it be. Don't mean you forget it.
Right.
That means you let the situation de-escalate before it even escalates. And that way you can come back. Now you can have a simple conversation. And it's a peaceful conversation. And everybody's getting what they want.
Who's gonna remind everybody why we do this? Why we got
Well, hey, it's getting close to the time. You know, I'm sitting back. I listen to everyone. You know, I come to at the end. We do this to inform y'all, to give y'all information about what you need to do or what you don't need to do in relationships, especially in Black relationships.
Nice.
And I want to also say that when we say relationships, we want y'all to chime in and we want y'all advice. And we ask for feedback. And in that feedback, I want y'all to know when we say, if I'm sitting here talking to him about how I react with a man, and those conversations can be universal. And so I don't know how to, I'm pretty sure how I feel about it, but maybe not. I'm going to take my disclaimer that I've had people come to me and say that relationships aren't all men and women. Some are women and women. And so I like to say partner. I think we've used that word before, spouse, mate, partner. But some of it is men and women specific because I do ascribe to gender roles. And a lot of it is just dating in general, So if you guys have a way to fix this messed up dating pool we in, we trying to fix it. We do want y'all feedback.
What you got your closing?
Feedback. Said the relationship aren't just women and men, that they want to be included in the conversation. And so, but the thing is, I'm gonna stand on my 10 toes and say I'm a gender specific type of woman. And so when you get it from me, I'm gonna say men and women because that's how I roll. So if you have a comment and you want to say something to the situation,
I will just say this here. I will say this here. This particular segment is for man and woman. You never know what the segment next be, woman or woman, or man or man.
it's relationships.
This is just relationships.
Relationships.
Period. Romantic relationships.
Yeah, trying to get romantic relationships because I do it. I do it after I know people in same-sex relationships, and they said they have the same partners dating. Women cheat on women. They're not genuine, and they want to be included. And so, we asked for feedback last time, and we haven't got to have our whole feedback conversation, but there was so much feedback that we got, and we appreciate it. And we didn't see y'all comments. We had some stuff going on to where we couldn't see them all.
But y'all come in.
Y'all check your stuff.
Y'all check on next Friday. I'm gonna bring some people in. I'm gonna send out the link for people to come in to ask us questions. Q&A time. Signing out. Jurgen, y'all say.
Yeah.
Holla.
But yeah, I'll talk to y'all about all the feedback. Because I can tell you,
Like I had David all day, y'all. Food and all that, so that's why I was hungry. I cooked all day.
Hey, hold out. Hey, but yeah, I get to move the back.
Oh, you still got? Now you ain't still cold.
Oh, yeah.
He recorded all that.
do you have a call-in number where they can call and be on the phone? Yeah. That's a good thing that you do.
Uh-huh.